I'm super excited about today's episode as I have my dear friend Kristi in the kitchen with us. She is going to be teaching us how to make our own elderberry syrup. I have a huge interest in learning more about herbal remedies. I am just simply not there in my homesteading journey yet. I will get there. But in the meantime, I'm really grateful to have a friend like Kristi that is so knowledgeable about herbal remedies and just very passionate about keeping our bodies healthy and using natural organic ingredients to do that and making a lot of stuff on her own as well. So she's been a great resource for me to have all winter so I could buy elderberry syrup from her. And then I was super excited when I found out that she created a do-it-yourself kit, and that's what we're going to be doing today. In the video, we're going to be running through how easy it is to use this pre-made kit. I love it because I don't have to have a huge investment at this time. I don't need to go out and buy every single ingredient that's needed to make my own syrup, and I don't have to do it in bulk. I'm just not ready for that at this time. So having this kit is limited investment, and all the ingredients are pre-measured. They all come in a little pack. All you need is honey on the side. That's it. We'll show you how easy it is to use, and I think it is a great idea if it's something you want to try at home. This is the way to do it, you guys. You don't have to be local. She will ship anywhere in the U.S. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and when you're done, I just encourage you to go check out our website and purchase a kit and try it out for yourself at home. Hey everybody, I am here with my dear friend Kristi, who is going to teach us how to make elderberry syrup, which I'm really excited about because I've never made my own elderberry syrup. But I'm always looking to find more holistic ways to manage our health and wellness, so I'm really excited about this.
So there's lots of different ways that you can make your own elderberry syrup, but the herbs that I have chosen for this particular packet are all immune boosting. Wow, that was hard to get out. Immune boosting herbs. So things like rose hips, which are very high in vitamin C. It's like concentrated vitamin C. Of course, the elderberries themselves, they're the highlight of the show. They are a great immune booster. And then we also have things like cloves, cinnamon, ginger. They're very warming and then just make the syrup taste really delicious. We also have astragalus, which is also very immune boosting as well. So, and it's all organic. So we always love that. So it's good stuff that you're putting into your body and tastes great too.
And natural holistic ingredients. We have actually, my family has been purchasing elderberry syrup from Kristi, and I swear by it now. We were all fighting a cold a couple weeks ago. I had already purchased her elderberry syrup, so we started taking it, and it nipped it in the bud right away.
Our family, we take it as a preventative pretty much from when the school year starts, from September all the way into early spring into March. And the last several years that we've been doing this, it really has cut down on sickness in our own family as well. And we have 6 kids. I have 3. She has 3.
So if you hear the kids in the background, you guys, there's 6 kids running around.
So kids equal germs, and then you know, so we do I'm glad that you mentioned that it's a preventative. So with herbal type things, they usually work best as preventatives. They're not like over-the-counter medications. So if you have them in your system and then you come in contact with germs or icky things, if you already have these immune boosting herbs in your system, it's going to help you fight it off better, can prevent it. Or if you have come in contact or you're starting to feel sick yourself and then you start taking it right away in separate, multiple, small doses, it can cut your symptoms in half. And so it really does work wonders. It's been amazing and so helpful for our family.
Yeah, and I believe from what I've read in my research is it stops the spread of a virus when you get it. So it does, like Kristi was saying, it's not going to be an immediate, oh, you feel better, like if you took Tylenol or something.
Yes.
but it can cut back the length of time that you are sick. So we totally believe in it. I'm really glad to have Kristi here to show us how we can make our own. If I were to go out, Kristi, and buy all the ingredients that I need to make this, how much would that cost me?
It would be very expensive. So each one of these herbs, even if you bought a small amount of them, would probably be at least $30, probably more, especially if you're getting organic. Actually way more. Elderberries in and of themselves run at least $20 to $30 a pound. And so it would be a big expense to get every single one individually. And so this is a nice convenient way, and it's dump and go. We're busy moms. We have other things we'd rather be doing than spending our whole day in the kitchen, and so it's nice and convenient. You dump it in. We'll show you that in just a minute, but yeah.
Yeah, so Kristi has created this make and go pack, which is really great because I'm not ready to invest in buying all the ingredients yet, maybe sometime in the future, but it saves me from having to make a big investment. And how much syrup will we get out of this? Like she made all these pre-packages.
Yep.
How much
So one package will make about a quart of syrup, depending on how much you want to sweeten it. So we sweeten it with, there are no preservatives in this, so it is sweetened with natural, raw, unfiltered honey. So depending on how sweet you like it, that will determine, you'll get almost a quart up to a quart of syrup.
Okay, wonderful. So I will post these. Kristi does, so you can find out how to purchase these packages from Kristi, and she does ship too, guys.
Yeah.
So you don't have to be local. She'll ship it to you. So in addition to the pack, what do we need to make this?
Okay, so you're going to need 5 cups of water.
Okay.
A minimum of half a cup to 1 cup of honey. You're going to need your pot to boil it in, a strainer, and a spoon.
Okay, so we're going to walk you through the process, but real fast, she told me how easy this is because she made it so easy. So why don't you tell me real fast before we walk through what we're going to do.
Okay, so even on the package, there's 3 simple steps. You're going to take your pack, you're going to dump it in your pot, you're going to bring it, let it come to a boil, and as soon as it boils, you're going to turn down your heat and let it simmer for about 20 to 30 minutes or until your liquid is reduced by 1/3, whichever comes first.
Okay.
You can set a timer if you want, just to let it simmer for 30 minutes, and then you're going to strain it, mash your berries down, strain it, and then you're going to pour it into an empty bowl where you'll let it come to room temperature before adding your honey.
And why don't we want to add the honey until it's cooled off?
That's a great question. So if you add your honey while your syrup is too hot, it will kill the beneficial bacteria and enzymes that are in your honey that you actually want in your body to help you fight things off. So,
okay.
Yeah.
Very good. So I guess we'll just get rolling on this now.
Yeah,
We're going to show
let's
you
do it.
how easy it is. I'm going to set this stuff aside because we don't quite need it yet. And we'll just open up our pack here. It's really nice packaging too, you guys.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? I'm going to let the camera, yes,
so we can
and then
check
I'll
this
zoom
out.
out.
Okay.
Okay. So let me bring the camera. I'm going to grab the camera. Huh.
Yeah, so these little black berries are the actual elderberries.
Okay.
And then these bigger ones are the rose hips. And this is just a fun fact. I actually forage for these in our areas. We grow them here locally. And whenever possible, I forage for my own herbs.
Nice.
And so that's kind of a fun thing. And then this wood chip looking one is the astragalus. Okay. Then obviously our cinnamon stick. Most of us know what that looks like. The green is our echinacea. And then the tan colored things are our ginger. And then there's cloves in there too. Yeah.
Okay, very good. It smells really good, you guys.
Water
too.
now, 5 cups of water.
Okay.
Yeah.
And do we cover it?
You do not need to cover it.
Okay, how about when it simmers?
Nope.
So bring it
You
to
don't
a
need to cover it.
boil,
Yep.
lower it to a simmer.
Yep.
We'll check it at 20 minutes, let you know how it looks, because you said 20 to 30 minutes, right?
Mhm.
Okay, we'll see you in about 20 minutes, guys.
Okay, so we have it at
a nice simmer now. We're gonna let this simmer like this. We'll start at 20 minutes. We'll check it in 20 minutes and see how it's going. Okay, so I think we've boiled down. It was up here and it's reduced down quite a bit. So we're gonna go ahead and strain the final product. Okay guys, so we are back. We're a little more up close and personal right now, so you can see how to finish this. How long we did about 25 minutes. I had it a little too low, so I had to turn it up, so it took a little longer. And now Kristi's gonna walk me through what to do next.
Yeah, so we have this delicious smelling elderberry syrup filling our kitchen. Allison's going to put it through this strainer here. And we'll probably do it in,
tell me when.
Maybe 2 batches if you want, but. Okay. So just scoot your cinnamon sticks out of the way and press down on your berries, and you can, I'll lift this up. Okay. You can see that's where it's at right there. We want all that good stuff. So this is, when you simmer your herbs in a pot like this, it's called a decoction. Okay, and that's what draws out all of those health benefits of each herb. That's what you're left with here in our syrup. Okay. So then we can dispose of this, you know, compost it or throw it in your, for your chickens, or, you know, be creative. I always say waste not, want not.
Right, nothing goes to waste out here, that's for sure.
So we'll get rid of this batch, and then we'll do the same thing. Herbs in here. And we're just going to repeat the process. We're going to gently mash them down.
And do you basically just do it in 2 batches to make sure you're really getting the most out of it?
I do 2 batches because sometimes, like if you noticed in that first batch, the cinnamon sticks will get in your way.
Yeah, okay.
So it's just a little bit harder to push them down. But
okay. I'll get down again. You can see it.
Yeah.
Getting pressed out.
Yeah. I guess if you really wanted to, you could mash them down in the pan too.
Okay.
But I prefer to do it this way.
Okay.
Okay, here we go.
Sounds good. Okay, so we have squished our berries, which, look at all this awesome stuff that gets to go to the chickens. If you don't have chickens, like Kristi said, put it in compost pile. Nothing goes to waste here. We've let it cool. As you recall, Kristi said you want to let it cool so we don't take away the nutrients from adding all the wonderful things that come from the honey. So we were just chatting about this, about how much honey to put in, and why don't we kind of go over that again. It's kind of cool because you can really customize sweetness to your family's liking, right?
Yep. So first, before I do that, I'm just going to mention I have this really fancy way to test to see if your elderberry syrup is ready for its honey.
Okay.
Are you guys ready for this?
Yes.
It's called a finger dip.
There you go.
There you go. There we go. It's ready. It's still warm to the touch, but it's not so hot, like Allison said, that it will ruin our honey. So we're ready to put our honey in. I don't usually measure mine when I personally make it at home because I just go by taste. But if you're somebody who feels like they need to have a measuring cup in hand, I would recommend starting with a half a cup and then going up from there depending on how sweet you would like it.
Okay.
So, you want me to go ahead and do this?
Go ahead.
All right.
Go for it.
So
this is kind of cool then that there's flexibility in the recipe. I like that. I always start measuring everything out, but then when I get going in my cooking, I tend to just start kind of adding things.
And then we're just going to stir it around to kind of let that honey dissolve into it.
Okay.
My family personally doesn't like it super sweet.
Okay.
But here's a very important thing that you need to know too. So as I mentioned earlier, there are no preservatives in this. Honey acts as a natural preservative to some degree. So the less honey you put in it, the shorter shelf life you're going to have. So this must be refrigerated as soon as it cools, because it can, it will get moldy on you if you don't use this right away.
Because it's real food,
Yes,
real raw
it's real.
food. Which I did, that brings up a good point. I remember reading up on this. I was trying to get real savvy and educated before Kristi came over, that Your consistency, my only experience with elderberry syrup is buying it from Kristi. We have it on hand, so that's all I know. But apparently the consistency of elderberry syrup that you buy in the store is a lot different than this. I don't know how, but it's because they have to add the preservatives, you guys. So another reason to buy this pre-made kit from Kristi and make it yourself at home. We're not kind of defeating the whole purpose by having elderberry syrup full of preservatives.
Yeah, and I'm glad that you said that. In the store, elderberry syrup is made very differently. It's made more like a tincture, which uses alcohol as the preservative, which is why it can sit on the shelf. So another great thing about this product is that you can give it to your kids. There's no alcohol in it. It's safe for kids. However, we don't recommend that you give it to any child under the age of 1 because of the honey.
Okay.
And it's ready for you to
Okay.
taste.
We'll see the sweetness.
What do you think?
I think that's perfect.
Oh, okay.
Absolutely perfect.
Yeah.
Yay.
So we probably did maybe not quite a half a cup.
Okay. We'll see if my kids have been doing it a little sweeter. We'll see if they still like it. My kids, I should have said this at the beginning, my kids ask every day, when can we have our elderberry syrup? Well, thank you so much
for having me.
I will try to post as much links as I can. If you are local to our area, which is Susanville, you can purchase elderberry syrup already made from Kristi. Check it out at Kristi's Kitchen. I'll put the links and whatnot. She also has kombucha and some wonderful bakery products as well, so you want to check her out. And if you are out of the area, or if you're local and you want to make your own too, make sure you get that pre-made kit. You guys saw how easy that was. I just dumped with 5 cups of water, brought it to a boil, simmered it for 20 minutes, strain it, it's done. And it's organic and packed with so much good stuff. So thank you, Kristi, for coming out to the ranch and teaching us. You're a great teacher.
Well, thanks so much for having me.
And we'll have to have Kristi again for some more stuff. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Okay, so I just wanted to quickly show you how my little frozen cubes came out for the elderberry syrup. It was super easy to do in my ice cube tray. As you know, I kept part of it in a glass jar, put it in the fridge for use for now, but then I have these as a go-to for the future. The only thing that I might do differently next time that I didn't think in advance about this time was the dosage amount. So adults, as a preventative measure, are supposed to take about a tablespoon a day. Children, a teaspoon a day. Children 1 and older, a teaspoon a day. So I think if I thought in advance enough, I would actually measure out tablespoon doses, because 3 teaspoons is a tablespoon. So I could either do all 3 of my kids or have just 1 dose at a time. So I might do that next time. I don't know if it'll make that much of a difference, but just an idea if you're doing it at home to make it a little bit more efficient would be to freeze it per dosage. Other than that, I'm really happy with how it came out. The kids absolutely love it. My kids ask every day, can we take elderberry syrup? So they're really happy with it too. So hope you enjoyed today's video. Thanks for joining us, and head over to Kristi's account at Kristi's Kitchen and order your elderberry kit. Thanks, guys.